Alright, welcome to our project. Today we're at the Hudson Gardens up in Denver. We're going to be going around checking out a couple of the pivotal places here. And we'll be talking to some people, asking what they think about the gardens, and then relating it to a couple of places that we've looked at in class, and just discussing with them how they think the artists and the gardeners here have translated and tried to copy and recreate things that we've seen in class. So thank you for that, and let's get into it.
Our first stop was Monet's place, a peaceful convergence of streams adorned by arched bridges and garnished with meticulously kept shrubbery and trees. Along the way, we met a Colorado native and Hudson Garden regular, Francie. She's actually been here
every season since last July.
Wow.
We've come multiple times a week. I have a 6-year-old and he thrives in nature. I feel the energy from the trees and from the flowers and being with the birds. This was like heaven on earth.
I actually find it to be very similar to one of Monet's impression paintings.
Okay.
I was wondering kind of how you feel about the bridge over water aesthetic.
I love the bridge over water aesthetic. I think this bridge over here, just like we have a little bit of a wider view of it. This bridge is maybe not as utilized because there's not as many flowers around it. I don't know. But this bridge I think makes me feel better.
Here's the Monet painting.
Okay.
So you see the water lilies, this sort of arched bridge.
Love it.
And the water beneath, and then the sort of greenery kind of surrounding the underside of that bridge.
Right.
Do you think that they perhaps were trying to recreate that painting with that?
I imagine so. Yes, definitely. And I guess in probably a few more weeks there is going to be more flowers and more color around here, but definitely, I think they were. It's like a mini version of this exact painting. A lot of the lily pads and the platter pads, they keep alive in that greenhouse right there.
Oh, wow.
Throughout the winter.
Mm-hmm.
So if you walk by, you can sneak in the you can like peek in the windows, and there are massive flowers in there that they're going to distribute to this pond and another pond in the back.
Following Francie's recommendation, we ventured over to the Victorian Lily Pond and met another Hudson Garden local.
Here we are at the Victorian Lily Pond, and I am with... Is this Victorian water lily pond, do they generally have more water lilies in it than right now?
Yes, I was actually quite disappointed earlier because usually they have these like really beautiful colored like circles. I don't know what to call them. I don't know if those are water lilies, but it has all these purples and yellows and greens, and yeah, it's really usually very, very beautiful.
We actually have some photos for you. These are massive.
Yeah, they are.
That's what they look like?
Yes, that's what they look like. In different colors. Sometimes there's pink.
Wow.
Yeah. Sometimes they're pinkish and greenish and yeah, like that. Yeah.
Have you been to the Cascades?
Yes, I have. It turns around and then it loops around and comes back this way. Yes.
What do you like about that?
The first thing that caught really was my ear. I was walking by and I heard the sound and it stopped me right there. And I actually went looking for it because I first heard the water and I'm such a sucker for water. Yeah, I like water, anything water. And I was like, oh, where is that sound coming from? And so I went looking for it. And I like how hidden it is. It's like a little secret place. Yeah.
We actually thought it was very like the traditional sort of Japanese waterfall feature.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. That's Japanese?
Yeah.
That's in Japan? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So the moss and the green around the waterfall. Our last stop was Fountains and Roses, a Roman-style courtyard centered around picturesque fountains reminiscent of those found in Hadrian's Villa.
Hello, thank you for meeting with us. What's your name first off?
Don Fields.
Behind us, we have these like fountains. This personally reminds me of Hadrian's Villa, which is in Italy. I'll show you some pictures here of that, where you can see it's kind of all squared off into very similar fountains like this, with these central fountains coming up and then a big pool underneath. Would you say that something like this definitely has some inspiration from something like this?
Oh, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
You can see how they're trying to resemble this sense of, grandness, but also just, serenity and peace and being there. I think that's really special.
There's focal points throughout the garden.
Our time at the Hudson Gardens opened our eyes to how modern landscapes have evolved and adapted around the fundamental ideas introduced to us by artists and designers like Monet, Hadrian, and Li Gonglin. Their impact has spread worldwide, allowing for us to experience their art in an interactive and memorable way.